just came all the way from Michigan just to have one of these Krispy Kremes.
I'm really excited that Krispy Kreme is here because honestly I've never been here. So I'm excited to bring my kids here so they can see how the donuts are made, and I'm very excited to try one.
I think it's wonderful. I live in South St. Pete. A lot of times I go all the way to Kennedy to get Krispy Kreme donuts, so you know this is perfect for me. The location is perfect. It's perfect.
Well, good morning, St. Petersburg. We're standing here in front of the new Krispy Kreme donut shop on 4th Street North here in St. Petersburg. I'm here with the McCoys. I'm here with Mackenzie, the store manager, Stewart, who's also one of the owners of this franchise. We are excited to welcome Krispy Kreme to St. Petersburg. This is something that I have been trying to get in St. Pete for many, many years. I can remember as a young person in high school going to the Central Avenue location to load my car with donuts for sale as a fundraiser. My family and I have been having to drive to Tampa, so it's not that far, but driving to Tampa for our Krispy Kreme fix. I'm a stockholder, not in this one, but Krispy Kreme in general. And true confessions, when you were selling boxer shorts.
Oh yeah, right. We remember.
Nice.
I'm not wearing them, and I'm sure this will be edited out, but I do have the boxer shorts. And just so people know that we love technology, on my phone, and anyone can download it, it's a free install, I have a Krispy Kreme Hot Now app, and it will tell me and send me an alert every time the Hot Now sign is on, so we can get donuts right off the line. So you can tell that I am a fan. My wife was here early yesterday morning to get one of the first out of the line, so we're excited. And to the McCoys, Stewart, Mackenzie, we thank you for your commitment to fresh donuts in St. Petersburg. And I'd like to turn the microphone over to you to say a few words, and maybe Mackenzie to invite people to her store. And then I'll invite Councilmember Newton to welcome you as well.
Great. Thank you, Mayor. We really appreciate you being here, and we love being in St. Pete. My wife and I have come to St. Pete many times. We'd bring our boat over and just say, oh, what a wonderful downtown. Even though we're in North St. Pete, this is a very happening area, and we're so excited to be here. We have gotten an unprecedented, I think, record response from the locals here in St. Pete. It's really something I haven't seen in Florida before, so it's very exciting to be here, and look forward to everyone coming by and giving us a try. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. And you know it's good when you see a police cruiser, right?
Right.
Right in the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's an inside joke. Mackenzie, you want to tell us about your store?
Absolutely. We're definitely looking at a lot more volume than a lot of the kids have been used to that is working with us. So we're all excited to be way more busy. We're excited to be in the town of St. Petersburg. Everyone who's come in has been so welcoming to us. It's really been great. So we are so excited to serve the customers Krispy Kreme because that's what we're all about.
Stewart.
I would like to reiterate what Mackenzie said, and we welcome, thanks for all your support of our store, and we look forward to giving you guys great donuts for the years to come.
All right. And today is Fat-Free Friday, I heard somebody say. So on Fridays, everything is fat-free. So we want you to come to Krispy Kreme. I'll turn the microphone over to Councilmember Wengay Newton to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor, and welcome to St. Petersburg. I was looking at the big Hot Now sign, and that's going to kind of hypnotize people coming in from the north end of town, coming down 4th Street. But as you can see from all the traffic and the backed up drive-through and the crowded lobby, this is going to be well attended, and people are going to patronize the store. I was telling them about the one that was on Henderson and Kennedy, and also the one that was on Bird Street over in Tampa when I was going to school. And I don't know if that was good, because if you know where all the Krispy Kreme donut places are, I don't think that's a good thing. But we're gonna open a gym like right next door here. So, but no, this is truly a great event for St. Pete. It's another needed addition. I mean, normally when I pick up Krispy Kremes, it's out of the store and they've been sitting there for a while. But now we can get them hot off the press. So I thank you for coming to St. Pete and bringing Krispy Kremes to our beautiful city.
Thank you.
All right, now it's time to cut a ribbon. 1, 2, 3. Right.
Good job, dude. Good.
Wait.
Thank you.
My wife just told me, bring her some donuts now, so I got to go back outside and get this.
Thank you, man.
My name is Sherry McBee. I have the honor of being the Parks and Recreation Director for the City of St. Petersburg. And this morning, I'm going to be your facilitator for this really, really exciting event we have going on here. So, welcome. Welcome to everybody. I know this is an exciting day in the City of St. Petersburg for all of us. So we only have one requirement of everybody that comes in and speaks briefly is at some point in your conversation you need to say go Rays. So I'm going to start out right now, and if you'll say it with me, go Rays! All right, Mayor Foster, you are first up on the program.
I shouldn't be first. This is welcome to Jim Kennedy Park. Hey, this is something that Councilmember Kennedy and even a couple of his predecessors, when we looked at literally on the district map, the lack of parks in this district. We had to share Fossil Park, and then we did some redistricting over 10 years ago, and I thought it would have sufficed if I gave him Mangrove Bay Golf Course, but he wasn't satisfied. That wasn't a real park. So Councilmember Kennedy worked very hard with my staff, and this land became available through a partnership with the school board. And Dr. Michael Grego is here. School board member Peggy O'Shea is here. This is one of those beautiful partnerships between the City of St. Petersburg and the Pinellas County School System to give us a park. And when I first started talking with the school board, and we thought about this partnership, and the reason this works is the school and the land was paid for with your money. And so to close the school and not return the land back to the people for public use was something that was unpalatable to both organizations. And so we had this idea of a park, and when you look at the design, it's absolutely incredible. We've got great park designers and an incredible Parks and Recreation staff led by Sherry McBee. Clarence Scott is here that oversees. Come on up. No one put Sherry in the corner. And just incredible. I saw Phil Whitehouse is here as well. Just incredible Parks and Recreation staff. So this is exciting and well designed, and this is going to be a destination park for the entire city, but it's really going to be used by Renaissance, Riviera Bay, and you can clap for your neighborhood. And so yeah, we're very excited. So thank you, Dr. Grego, School Board Member O'Shea, and to the entire staff of the City of St. Petersburg for making this happen. And I don't know who's next, but I did introduce Councilmember Kennedy. Councilmember Wengay Newton is here as well. Councilmember Steve Cornell just walked up. Councilmember Coach Bill Dudley, who's all about exercise and fitness. Just look at him.
I'm sorry to say you're one of my products.
Yes. But thank you all. This is an exciting time. We're gonna turn some earth. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor Foster, for those kind words. I'm going to clean up on all the thank yous, but this was really a collaborative effort from the top down, you know, between two pretty big bureaucracies, the city and the school board, our city council, and then of course the operating departments who worked together on this as well. This was a combined effort with our engineering department, with Parks and Rec, with our marketing department. But the man who pulled it all together, made it happen. It's my pleasure to introduce your Councilmember James Kennedy.
Well, thank you for being here, and this is a real exciting day for me. I know that the Rio Vista School was the heart of this neighborhood from when it was constructed back in 1925 and opened in 1927. And to be able to keep this area as a centerpiece for our neighborhood is something that I'm very, very proud of. From the point of view of thank yous, there are so many thank yous. I will start with the school board, Superintendent Grego and his predecessors. Taking this through took me 3 superintendents, but as Linda Lerner warned her friends, don't mistake my politeness for lack of perseverance. So I'd like to thank Lori, who was with the city and now is back with the school board, but helping me to work my way through the school board. Bruce Grimes with Real Property and helping us define the history of the land and work on the 50-year lease that we have with the school board at an exorbitant rate of $1 a year. So it's but it's really great, and working with city staff. We have the most tremendous city staff around, from Parks and Recs and Clarence and his entire shop to engineering and Mike's entire shop. It's one of those things where I could tell with each city employee that we're working with, this is also a labor of love from their point of view. And the opportunity to create an 8.5-acre park with the amenities, with Lloyd putting in one of the big playgrounds, and we'll have basketball courts and tennis courts and exercise facilities and a hiking trail and a centerpiece that's kind of a Central Park theme where it'll be a center, and you can see it on the designs. From the support of the neighborhood, we had meetings with in the church, also at Holy Family, so thank you to St. Pete Presbyterian and Holy Family for hosting those meetings. Got a lot of community input, and we did move things around and listen to the community input. But mostly just want to say thank you to the neighborhood, Dave and Donna, and all the... If anybody doesn't know Dave and Donna, then you haven't been in District 2 very long. But it's just it's a great thing, and we look forward to being back out here in March to April timeframe for the ribbon cutting. And once again, thank you, and we look forward to enjoying the park with all of you. And I forgot to mention Lima Construction, who got the bid. And what's great about that is a St. Petersburg company building the St. Petersburg Park. And we're over in the corner. So from the park architects to everybody, this has just been a great project. Raul, the city architect, has walked me through this process, and I've just had so much help from so many people. I know I'm forgetting people, Beth in the marketing department, but just thank you to all, and we'll look forward to enjoying this park.
And now, without any more comments, I'm going to turn the program over to Dr. Grego.
I'm going to ask Mrs. O'Shea to also join me at the podium, and let me start out by saying go Rays in case I forget, so let me do that. It's a exciting series, and most of you know I'm a huge baseball fan. Mrs. O'Shea is also a huge Rays fan, right? She does like the Yankees every so often, but the good news about this year's playoffs is that the Yankees are watching it on TV, and the Rays are in it, so thank you. You know, one of the greatest things about schools, I love schools obviously as a superintendent, but more than that, I love the history of schools, because there's no other entity in a community that's demonstrated by the asking of hands of how many people were impacted by a school. It's that one element in a community that touches the lives, impacts and improves the lives of generation after generation. So as you're, and I will get to the point of where I'm not introduced as the third superintendent. I'm almost there. I will be here, but I've never stepped foot in that school. So one of my privileges that I have as I get an opportunity to speak is that it forces me to research the history of schools, which I find fascinating. So here's what I found about the history of Rio Vista Elementary School. I found that it has deep roots in the partnerships with the city of St. Petersburg, and that the city of St. Petersburg and the school district of Pinellas County have for many, many decades and decades worked very well together. And this today is another example of how well we're working together. So thank you to Mayor Foster and all of those individuals prior to you and prior to me and prior to our boards that continue to work together to improve communities. I also, as mentioned, it was that in 1920 there was a developer, J. Kennedy Block, who considered Rio Vista the finest subdivision in the city and dreamed about building a school here. And as was mentioned, there was a school that opened, or was built in 1925, and at that time there was one principal, there was one teacher, and there were 50 students in this school, and it served this community exceedingly well. Through the Great Depression, though, Rio Vista took a hit, like many other things, and it was actually forced to close twice, as I learned, because of the Depression and because there were very few students going to that school. But through all of history, it continued to remain and had close ties to the city of St. Petersburg. So I think it's extremely fitting today that we acknowledge, and I don't want to ever consider both the school district or the city a bureaucracy, but rather partners who want to improve the well-being of our communities. And our schools are community schools, and these parks are going to be community parks, and it's all about improving the lives of our citizens. So thank you for the ability to serve not only as superintendent, but the ability to improve the lives here. And I want to thank particularly the city of St. Pete for their partnership. Ms. O'Shea, would you like to bring a different perspective?
Yes. First of all, about baseball. Yes, go Rays. But I have to tell you, this man's not telling the whole story. He grew up as a Mets fan. Yeah, but we hired him anyway, and we're glad to have him here. So we're all Rays fans now, and especially this week. The last time I was down here, I actually was in Rio Vista Elementary School when it was filled with kids. And you know, you hate to close a school. That's, I think, one of the worst votes we've ever had to make as a school board member. But I will say this is a great use for this property and a great use for the community. And the city of St. Pete has been probably the best partnership a school system could ever have. Mayor Foster and his predecessors have come to the school district with ideas, with offers of help. They don't just come to us and say, hey, we have a problem here. They come to us and say, we have a solution, and we have something we can do to help kids in the community. And they're great. They let their employees come mentor in our schools. They give them time off to do that. This is a model that's been created that other school districts around the nation are following, and we're trying to get all the other cities in Pinellas to do the same, and they're finally coming on board. So it's always a pleasure to be in St. Pete. One of my daughters graduated from a school here in St. Pete from Gibbs High, even though I don't live in the city. And I kind of miss I live in an unincorporated area, so I don't have a mayor to beat up on or a city councilman. So I enjoy you guys when I come down here. You're a lot of fun. But anyway, thank you so much for partnering with us on this effort and all the other things that you do for the kids in Pinellas County.
Okay, I'm going to turn the program over to somebody that probably most of you have met, seen, or heard from. He's been at every Mayor's Night Out, I think, for the last however many years. He is the Neighborhood Association President for the Riviera Bay Civic Association. Dave Hoover, I know he assisted in the effort as we worked together to try to make this park happen. So Dave, if you would like to come up and say a few words. Also known as King David. Okay. In his appropriately raised year.
Go Boston. No, go Rays.
Go Rays.
I'd just like to thank the Pinellas County School Board, just like Jim Kennedy did. I'd like to thank all of City Council. I'd like to thank the mayor, especially Councilman Jim Kennedy, who fought really hard for this park. And I can't tell you that it couldn't go to a more deserving neighborhood. We're very active. We do a lot in the neighborhood, and we've already got the volunteers signed up to do the Adopt-A-Park. And I'm just going to make an executive decision right here. We will even contribute the $1 a year for 50 years for this park. I just think this is going to be the best amenity in this district ever. Would you like to say anything? I just really appreciate everything that the city, the county, everybody has done for us. It makes it all worthwhile, all the effort from way too long ago. I've been president, and this makes it all worthwhile. Thank you very much.
I think what you're hearing in terms of collaboration is, you know, a good strong city, a good strong city council member, a good strong school system, and the neighborhoods. And Susie Ahawk is here representing our neighborhoods, community services, and she does a wonderful job as part of what makes St. Petersburg such a special, special place. I guess I reserve the right at the end of the day to thank some of the members of my team, last but not least. We've already had forestry crews out here doing some work. Mike Vineyard and his guys. Lloyd Thomas has already been working on plans for playgrounds and fitness zones. Larry Reed's all the way in the back with Frank Lacey, and that's where the rubber meets the road back there. Don't hide. Do not hide. Frank Lacey is our park foreman. Thank you, Frank. This is in his district. And sorry to embarrass the heck out of you, Larry, but we're actually doing the irrigation ourselves out here. We've got really skilled guys on the Parks and Rec side, so Larry's key with that. That's not a little project. As Councilmember Kennedy said, it's a big park. So huge, huge thank you to those guys. I think, did everybody else almost get mentioned? I want to thank our special programs staff. We wouldn't have a tent out here, and they're also parking. They wear many, many, many hats. So the microphones, the risers, in combination with marketing, I think we just about thought of everything. I know Tish Elston is here somewhere. She hates to be recognized. Where'd she go? So yeah, she's hiding in the back. My boss, I think, got mentioned, Clarence Scott, our city administration. I know I mentioned Mike Connors. Is there anybody that has not been thanked? Raise your hands. Truly, the thank you goes to the community, though. You know, this is a special community, and this project was really, really driven at a grassroots level.
2, 3. Yeah. All right. It's a dirty job, but somebody's done it.
Rio Vista was just an incredible, wonderful place. It was a family school, very caring, loving teachers, very sad when it closed down. So many tears were shed the last few days and weeks, but I am very happy to see what's going on here and what's happened, and I thank the mayor and the school board's cooperation with each other, and some wonderful things are being done, and I hope this park serves the community half as well as the teacher and staff at Rio Vista did for all the years.